summer camp I think I'm ever going to get, really. So I'm loving it. Oh, bring it on. Thank you.
How long have you been at it?
4 weeks.
A month?
4 weeks. 4 weeks. Nearly 5 more weeks.
And how long are you going to be out here?
Long time. As long as it takes.
15 years.
Yeah, indeed.
Erica's from the One Ring website.
Ah,
Hi.
very good.
Hey.
Big group of more, how does your scripts make you a little bit individual?
Don't think we can give details about it.
Well, it's ensemble, but they all have their own, agendas and personalities. I mean, we've got very skillful writers who've got a pretty good track record so far in creating characters and lifting the characters from the book. A lot will be down to us, but a lot is clearly in the script, and it's collaborative. And
There's 13 very distinct and different personalities, and we are an ensemble.
yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah, what he said. Yeah, I agree with him. And we all look very different.
Very different.
I look different to him.
Thank God.
I've got a question that my wife actually asked me.
Excellent.
What are you doing on Friday?
Yes.
Are you mentally prepared for the overnight heartthrob state of your And what kind of groupies do you hope to attract?
The best.
That's a question that would be best answered by my wife.
Rich one.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, because bearing in mind that we probably aren't going to look too much like Adonises. So,
Speak for yourself, brother.
Well, you can't help it. But I don't think we should probably get ahead of ourselves, and we should wait and see that the critical success of this film is more successful than the...
Yes, we have to be good first.
Yeah, we have
We
to
have to
be good.
earn that.
For James, particularly rather fan, believes that she saw you at the end of our seventh dressed as a duck.
It was actually a chicken. He was obviously blinded by
that wasn't him.
So it wasn't him.
Well, no, I made an effort.
He did make an effort.
I made an effort.
Yeah, what kind of introduction to Wellington and New Zealand was that for you?
The Sevens.
Yeah.
That was great. It was like a typical Friday night for me back home. Friday, it's chicken. I feel like chicken tonight. No, it was... well, I made an effort, actually. And,
You did.
but I turned up... I sort of went on a corporate ticket, and I arrived... Very, very generous people from the travel company that have been sorting out all our travel, but I was the only one in the box dressed up, and you could just see them talking to me and thinking he's dressed as a chicken. But
Sorry about that, James.
But why? Because I don't know. It felt right.
It looked right. It actually looked fantastic.
No, but it was great. It was a
You just
I
happened to
loved
have
it.
one
I mean,
in
it
this
was.
film.
I had a great time, and people were very friendly, and it was quite a sociable occasion.
And he hasn't been ribbed about it at work at all.
No, not at all.
we haven't.
I think the highlight was getting his soft feet searched by security at the front gates. That was a highlight for me
Yeah,
that
yeah.
weekend.
But no, it was a great day, and in Damien O'Donnell you have a future star. He's some player.
He is. Declan.
Declan O'Donnell.
The Irishman.
Very good.
Yeah.
His brother Damien.
So what have you thought of Wellington so far?
Well, I brought my family here, so it was a big move for them, and I think a difficult move. I've got, kids at a certain age didn't necessarily want to be dragged to the other side of the world as they saw it, but they're settling brilliantly. We've been made to feel very welcome. They're loving the schools. You could very easily understand why people move here. It's an enormous. I mean, I'm not sort of saying it in a sickly way nor a full way. I mean, it's just very truthfully. It's an enormous privilege to be here. It's not a bad way to earn a living. It's great.
Do we have any other comments on that?
They don't like it.
The rest of us. I'm
flying out today.
He actually commutes.
Yeah, I haven't given up my house in Potter's Bar yet. No, it is genuinely lovely, and people are, as has been said before, people are bending over backwards to look after us, and they're really, really appreciative of the fact that those of us who've left family behind, and are starting new families here. They're being very mindful. It's nothing just the maintenance they're helping with.
As somebody that's lived a very nomadic lifestyle for the last few years, not really having a base in a particular country, I feel entirely at home.
A nomad. See ya.
What about the rest of New Zealand? Are there particular places that you want to visit?
I want to go to Poor Knights Island because there's great diving there.
I quite like to ski, but I don't think I'll be allowed.
Most of them want to go to Tai Happy, I think.
I mean, also we can rely on our Kiwi pals here to kind of tell us where to go. Actually, we do quite often. I mean, we've got the great thing about being here so long is that we will hopefully have time to do that, and I think clearly we'll avail ourselves of the opportunity. You know, it's a great, it's just fantastic.
I'd like to open a question to the Kiwi cast. How has the experience so far been for you guys to be in a group of international company?
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, awesome.
I think it's extraordinary when you've got people like Ken Stott, Jimmy Nesbitt, and Martin Freeman, who, well, and of course all the English and the Scottish.
Some of them. And the Irish. There's Irish as well in there.
And all have you forgotten my name?
But when you've been a fan of, from the theatre perspective, of someone like Ken Stott, who is a very, very accomplished stage actor, and to have to meet Ken and talk about, you know, things that you share is an extraordinary experience, and to be in a movie with him and the other gentleman is an extraordinary experience, and we're just, well, I'm speaking for myself, but it seems like we have something in common that is such a wonderful thing to share.
Yeah, we're all dwarfs.
We're all dwarfs, yeah.
One of the things which I think is exceptional is the fact that the director, Sir Peter, has gathered together not just a cast but also a crew of people who are totally as one, totally dedicated, and as yet, having met dozens, hundreds of people on this job, I've yet to come across one tosser. Apart from Mark Hadlow.
I think it's John. It's quite overwhelming.
It does go both ways for us visitors to work with these guys. You know, who, I mean, this man was like 6 different people in Lord of the Rings. You know, and, yeah, these guys are fantastically talented local Kiwi actors, and it's a privilege for us to be working with the best that they have here as well.
Yeah, it was quite daunting, I guess, you know, working with such esteemed company, but like after a while you just get to know they're just really good blokes, you know, and you know, I've had my parents come up last week and I'm just amazed at the, you know, just a really good close bunch of people, and yeah, everyone's getting on really well.
Yeah, well this is it. We've been working together for 4 weeks, and it didn't take long before it just felt like we were a bunch of mates, really, and as we've faced a whole lot of challenges already in the sort of training we've been doing, preparing for the dwarf roles, physical training at the gym, stunt fighting, horse riding, dialect work, a whole range of things where we're being helped to be the best we possibly can, and it's hard work, and there's some really tough times, but we're sharing it together with this kind of gang, very staunch gang of people, and I think we've bonded really, really quickly. I'm just so looking forward to going through the whole adventure with these guys.
The thing is that everybody's got a strong personality on this, and everybody's a strong actor, and so in some ways it's just ironed out that we're equal. We're equal, and we're really enjoying that process together.
And to have at the centre of that Peter and Fran, and Philippa, and Zane, of course, who's worked on the floor, who's our producer. To have them, you couldn't get more protective of the story, of Tolkien's writing, of the characters. They are the most protective people you could have for that, and to have them sort of at the centre of it and delivering their interpretation of it is fabulous, because they care for this more than anyone does, you know.
William, has the Actors Equity hold up for some attention now that you guys are on the job?
We've just decided it's 2011 and we're just here to do the work, and so we don't even think about it.
That was last year's news.
With such a huge cast and the room and so many people, obviously there's several of you are very familiar to New Zealanders, but there's a few real new faces here, including either of you there. So, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sorry?
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Who are you?
Where do you want to start? Sorry?
I've been wondering that.
Listen to this, I'll take him out later that way.
I auditioned back in London and kind of got a phone call about 4 weeks after my audition saying that I was offered the part from Peter and Fran and Philippa, and so I was just over the moon, so really excited about it.
And he steals the film, by the way.
Adam is one half of a very cool, chic, small theatre company back in the UK, which has travelled all around the place and is well known for his versatility and his comedy, and also he's extremely cheap.
It absolutely has changed my life. But it's an adventure. I'm just taking it day by day and working with amazing people and coming out here is just mind blowing, but so exciting. So exciting.
Yeah, I'm playing Thorin, who is the leader of the dwarfs, of this particular group of dwarves on this particular quest.
And can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Me as a person.
You as
Would you
a
like to be a
human.
little bit more specific?
You don't.
I've got 40 years to talk about.
Why do you think you're suited to this role?
Why do I think I'm
Suited to this role?
suited? That's a good question, actually. That might be one for Peter, Fran and Philippa. But,
Why do you want to play this role?
I just think it's a really amazing opportunity to take a character from a book that I was brought to as a child, and that my first experience on stage was in a production of The Hobbit.
Really?
At the Alex Theatre in Birmingham.
Really?
And I played an elf.
Wow.
And Gollum was a little papier-mâché puppet with a man off stage on a microphone.
Might
So
see
it's-
him, though.
Yeah, not that different. So it's kind of been there in my kind of childhood very prominently. So to come to it as an adult, a middle-aged man, and kind of have another look at it is a brilliant opportunity.